Welcome back, Pre-Algebra. We're in Lesson 31. We're going to talk about the order of operations, and that's the order in which we need to perform certain calculations. We have agreed as mathematicians, they've come up with rules so that everybody can solve things in the right way. And the reason that's such a big deal is because you might have a problem like this, where you have 4 times 3 plus 5 is squared, right? So the problem comes into, normally in our elementary math, we would just solve everything from left to right in the order that it occurs, which is fine when you have a number sentence like this. 3 plus 2 minus 1. Then you'd have 5 minus 1 would be 4. Okay, and in every scenario, that would be correct. What if you have situations like this, where you have more complex operations? We have multiplication and addition, and our natural tendency would be to perform all of these operations from left to right in the order that they occur. And so we would say, okay, 4 times 3 is 12, plus 5 is 17. But where does the exponent come in? Do we apply it to the 5? Or do we apply it to the 17 once we add the 5? So there's some confusion and some problems that occur. And what if you have a problem like this, where you have 4 times 3 plus 2 plus 5 squared, and then you have parentheses? How do we handle that? Do we multiply times everything in the parentheses? Does the parenthesis mean that it's separate from this? What do we do? This is both addition here, so do we add all this together and then multiply times 4? Or do we just say 4 times 3? It's confusing, right? We don't know how to do that because it looks complicated. So mathematicians have created rules about the order in which we do the problems. It's called the order of operations, and it clarifies certain things for us. And the rule, when I was a kid, we called it, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Most people today remember or recall this as PEMDAS. And what this means is we do what is inside of parentheses first. If there are operations inside of a parenthesis, then we perform those first. The only exception is exponents. If there are exponents within the parenthesis, you do the exponents first. Then you do what's inside the parenthesis. Okay? So they're kind of on the same level. They're kind of together as a set. Now, multiplication and division are kind of together as a set as well. We do multiplication and division in the order it occurs, or in the order of occurrence, which is basically the same thing. And if you wait too long in this, it thinks that you're drawing. So occurrence, in the order of occurrence. And the same thing for addition and subtraction. So you see they're kind of in pairs. You've got 3 rules, and this is in the order of occurrence. Actually, you kind of ought to know what they are, right? So this is multiplication. And this is division. This is addition. And this is subtraction. So we perform parentheses and exponents. We look at the parentheses. We see if there's any parentheses first. If there are parentheses and there is an exponent in the parentheses, then we do the exponent within the parentheses first. If there are no parentheses, then we move to just looking for exponents. But these are kind of grouped together. These are operations that happen before the regular operations of multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. So we take care of any special things first, right? And within our parentheses, exponents come first. So we look for parentheses, then we look for our exponents. After we take care of our parentheses, if there's any other exponents anywhere else, then we take care of those. Then we do multiplication and division in the order it occurs. So in the order it occurs, IOIO. And addition and subtraction is IOIO in the order it occurs as well. All right, so those are your 3 steps. You look for parentheses and exponents, then you look for multiplication and division, then you look for addition and subtraction. So knowing that, we would solve this problem by saying exponent comes first. There's no parenthesis. So an exponent is just telling you how many times to multiply this by itself, right? We've gone over that. So this would be 5 times 5. So we could actually rewrite this as 4 times 3 plus 5 times 5. And if that helps you to understand that, then this is the way you can write it out to help yourself see what you're doing. So 4 times 3 plus 25. Well, now we've done this, so now we need to look and see if there's any multiplication or division. Well, we have multiplication. So 4 times 3 would be 12 plus 25. So we've done all of that. So now we look for addition and subtraction. All we have is addition, so we add this, and I wrote the wrong number. We would add this together, and 12 plus 25 would be 37. So now we've taken care of everything, and we have our final result. So this is all this lesson is about, is making sure you understand the proper order to do problems. Parentheses and exponents first. Look for parentheses, then your exponent. Multiplication and division, you don't look for one versus the other. You do them in the order they occur. So in the order it occurs. Addition and subtraction is the same thing. After you've completely done all your multiplication and division, then you do addition and subtraction in the order it occurs. Okay? All right, let's try a couple practice problems just to make sure we understand how to do this. So 31.1 says 41 minus 3 times 5 plus 4 times 6. And then we have 31.2, which says 4 plus 5 times 3 minus 2 times 4 plus 6 times 3. All right, now what I would like for you to do is to pause this video, write down the problems, and solve them using the order of operations that we have already discussed. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. Okay? If you think of them like this, then you're going to get them grouped the right way. PEMDAS. All right? Go ahead and pause. And then we'll go through them. Okay, I'm going to assume that you paused and solved these problems. So the answer to 31.1, if you got 50, then you are correct. For 31.2, if you got 29, then you are correct. So let's figure out why that is. I'm going to move this one down a little bit and give us some more room. Move it here. And I'm going to move this over here, just so we can see what we're doing. So in order to get 50, we have to remember PEMDAS, and I don't see any parentheses, I don't see any exponents, but I do see some multiplication. So that would happen first. So what we would really have here would be 41 minus 3 times 5 is 15, plus 4 times 6 is 24. Okay, 41, now we don't have any multiplication or division. All we have left is addition and subtraction. So 41 minus 15 is going to be 26. 26 plus 24 is equal to 50. Okay? So looking at 31.2, we do the same thing. So we have 4, and we have positive 5 times 3, so that's going to be plus 15. And then we have minus, we have 2 times 4. And it's a negative 2 and a positive 4, so it is going to be minus, it's going to be negative, and that's going to be a negative 8. And now we have a positive 3 times positive 6, that's going to be 18, so plus 18. Now we don't have any more multiplication, so we can just go from left to right, adding and subtracting. So if we say 4 plus 15, we have 19 minus 8 plus 18. This is going to be 11 plus 18, and that is going to equal 29. So that should be how you solve those two problems. So if you got those answers, good job. You completely understand the order of operations. And we're not going to really do a whole lot with parentheses and exponents just yet, but we will work our way into it. Right now, focus on multiplication and division in the order it occurs, and addition and subtraction in the order it occurs. Remember, in the order it occurs, I-O. And that's all we have for Lesson 31. I'll see you in Lesson 32.